Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. We've been having a number of people coming in with complaints of wrist pain or discomfort, sometimes tingling in the fingers, or they're even having some actual carpal tunnel syndrome issues in which the median nerve is being compressed in the carpal tunnel and it's causing dysfunction in these fingers and through here. Primarily, obviously, the ones are the thumb, the index, the middle, and half of the ring finger. And they're having problems gripping, sometimes dropping stuff. And what we're finding with these folks is that they're starting to have decreases in ranges of motion in their wrists. In other words, they're missing a lot of wrist extension. Sometimes wrist extension is only coming up to here from some of these folks. And over time, what's happened is with that decrease in wrist extension, the median nerve now is getting compressed with a lot of scar tissue in through here, a lot of buildup and tightness in through there because of that lack of motion in the wrist. So they're missing a lot of that extension. They can even be missing a lot of flexion of the wrist as well. So here's an easy mobilization fix, if you will, to create more motion in those ranges that they're missing. So if you're missing range of motion in that particular position, you need to start putting yourself in that position to get there, thereby creating space in through here and thereby decreasing those symptoms that you're having, either numbing and tingling in the hands, some of the carpal tunnel syndromes, or just general wrist pain or hand pain in general. So this is what's going on. This is what you do. You get down and you can have a table. This could be a table, floor. I find the floor being one of the best tools to use in this particular thing because you can add a lot of weight and you can pivot a lot, being on the floor. So on the floor here, so you spread your fingers apart just like that, and you're gonna come down just like that. So you're nice wide, fingers are nice and wide. And from the front view here, you can kind of see I'm leaning forward. The side view, again, you're gonna be here, and you're leaning forward to open up that space back here. So if you're missing extension, this is wrist extension, you're gonna have to start putting yourself in this extension to open up the space here for the median nerve to go through, right there. And you can pivot. You can use your rotator cuff muscles to rotate your rotate your arm as your hand stays stationary on the ground, right in here. And you can go from side to side, just like that. Nice back and forth, nice and easy. Again, this is to your comfort level, to your tolerance. And as you get better and better, you'll find your ranges will start to increase, thereby decreasing that pain and discomfort and the numbing sensations, the tingling sensations you may feel in that carpal tunnel, in the fingers, the hands, and the wrist. So in here. If you have access to a band, you can have the band just like this, attached to a post, and you can do a distraction move where you put it right here on the end of your forearm towards where the bend of your wrist is, and you're going to add some tension in through here. And now this band is pulling that way, and it's opening up the back end of that wrist, causing distraction. It's going to open up more space for that median nerve to go through. And again, you can rock back and forth a little bit. You can go side to side. Front view, it's going to look like, well, the front view, it's going to look like this again. Here, you can go side to side. Hit those range. Find those, search for those tight corners and work in there. Now for those missing wrist flexion, that's this, you're gonna hang out in here. Again, this is to your comfort level, so you're gonna flip the hand around. This is wrist flexion. Flip the hand around and you're gonna kind of do the same thing. This time you're gonna lean backward instead of forward, you're gonna lean backward. So the finger's going to be towards you here. And this is the front view. My fingers are towards me. And again, I can kind of lean backward and then side to side and work the wrist and flexion Again, you can use a band to distract it. Right there where the crease of the wrist is. Right in here, get a little tension going. You can push down with your other hand so that way it doesn't slide forward. And again, you're rocking back a little bit to distract that joint. And it helps to open up the front, or excuse me, not the front, that would be the posterior, like this. That would be the posterior part of the wrist, or the wrist extensors. Anyway, so like I said, people are having some problems with their wrist. They're having some wrist pain in through there, and it's causing dysfunction. They're getting some numbing, tingling. They may be even having problems grabbing stuff, they're dropping stuff, or they're going for long bike rides and they're getting that numbing, tingling feeling in their hand and pain in the wrist. So this is one easy mobilization, stretch, to fix that problem. So that way it opens up more space for that median nerve to pass through as it innervates these fingers and innervates your hand. If you have any questions, drop them off in the comments section below. We thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we thank you again for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.